Would you get offended if you notice a stranger woman taking safety precautions when she sees you? Egg. Not going in the elevator with you. Making sure her car is locked if you pass by in a parking lot. Getting on the phone with someone, etc. I might be more puzzled than offended, but given the context of where we're at, is it late at night, is there no one else around, I'd then see why she might want to do that. It's a tough world out there. Just scream, I am not a threat. Offended? No. Saddened? A bit. I don't think of myself as threatening in any way, so when other people, children, women, other men, find me threatening, it can be disheartening when I strive to be jovial, approachable, and make people feel safe. That being said, I'd rather a woman feel safe no matter what that looks like than feel good about not being threatening. Even if they know me really well, I try to take precautions to make people feel safe. I'll meet them outside my apartment if they are picking me up. Make sure to always invite and include any significant others. I kinda expect it. I'm a huge black dude. I would be kinda worried if the sorts of people who typically avoid me go out of their way to be put in those situations with me. Fucking gilded? Lol. Oh man. Thanks for liking my succinct and pragmatic view, I guess? I'm a huge white dude, and I'm about 50/50 on he's gonna kill me and you. No one's gonna kill me now. So, you noted your race. And, over the years I've constantly heard people say that white women clutch their purse on elevators with black men, cross the street to avoid them, etc. And as a white woman, I actually feel a bit torn. When alone at night, if I see a man of any race I take precautionary measures. For example, step into the middle of the street, walk past my home rather than go to open the door until there is sufficient distance between us that he can't force himself in, etc. Unless the man is black, then I feel a dilemma. I'm so worried of being perceived as that judgmental white woman that I don't take appropriate steps to be safe that I take with any other race of man. Which is really fucking stupid of me. But it's not like I can tell the guy, I do this with everyone. Any advice? And as an aside, because I've seen it mentioned elsewhere, when anyone gets into the elevator I do this sort of move to the side and pull in my bag toward me thing that is a sign of making room in the space to have good manners. Is this a thing that people are aware of, and that touching or holding one's purse when someone gets into the elevator is a polite reflex and not a reflection of the other person's race? I wouldn't be offended. I remember one time on campus last year, it was cold and dark and I was walking back to my dorm wearing a hoodie. I saw a female friend of mine ahead of me and I started jogging to catch up to her so we could walk and talk. I was confused at first when she started running too until I realized what she must have been thinking. Realizing I was an idiot, I stopped running and called out to her. It was a good laugh of relief when she realized it was me. Hurt? Yes. Offended? No. Perfect answer. I'm hurt that I act a way that makes someone feel threatened, but I will never get offended at someone taking their personal safety seriously. Not so much offended as slightly saddened. It is a cold, cruel world sometimes, and while I wish precautions didn't need to be taken, I understand that they do. Personally, I try to do things to put strangers at ease and help them feel more comfortable around me. If I am walking around at night and there is a woman in front of me who seems nervous, I'll pull out my phone and call a friend. It helps her know where I am and that I have other things on my mind. Alternatively, if I am at a crosswalk with someone, I will walk a bit faster to get ahead of her and then resume my normal walking pace. That way I'm not walking close behind, or having to deal with a slow walker, so this is a win-win. Life can be tough and these are little things we can do to be kind to each other. It's not a matter of you're a big scary man, it is a matter of you are someone I don't know who could hurt me. If I have to take an extra few seconds of my day to alleviate that stress, it is well worth it to help make my corner of the world a better place. I am well aware that I have an intimidating appearance. Multiple female friends have mentioned that they were scared of me before they got to know me. I'm a big burly bearded guy. I expect it at this point. I have war trauma from making eye contact across the sights of my rifle with a person I had not yet identified as an innocent civilian during a rather tense and frantic situation. To be fair, they probably have some trauma from the incident too. Every time I see that look of genuine terror in someone's eyes, I'm back on that dusty roadside in the desert and I feel like a monster all over again. In college I delivered pizzas in my family's old full-size van. It wasn't quite the creepy van with no windows, but it was dark colored with tinted windows. At any rate, it was a cold, 15-20-ish degree night and I was taking a short delivery, near the campus bars and such. As I was waiting for the customer to answer the door, about 5-6 scantily clad women, in heels, slowly passed with some complaining about the cold. I asked if they needed a ride somewhere and they excitedly exclaimed yes please. So I told them once I was done with this delivery I could give them a lift. Well, I finish up and jump in my van, parked around back, and pull up to them. They hadn't made it 40 more feet, and ask where they need to go. A few slowly approach the van when one in the back whispers that's the date rape van, which prompts them all to take off running and screaming date rape van up campus in the middle of the road with their arms flailing in the air like a cartoon scene. For a moment I was confused, then a bit embarrassed, but all in all, it makes sense. I grew up rural as America and there was nothing wrong with my van there, but in a city it was different. Not at all. It's a dangerous world and I know what kind of monsters walk amongst us. Right? I mean, I could be anyone. If she takes a risk by being near me, then I feel obliged to at least start breathing heavily and muttering, "No mother, not her as well, please." I wouldn't be offended, but I'd feel somewhat bad that someone viewed me as being intimidating enough that they wouldn't feel safe around me. Societal perception matters. Welcome to the world of being a black man. Yeah dude. This whole thread is kind of funny. Everyone does that shit to me. Men and women usually adjust themselves when I come around, especially whites. I don't even notice it and keep it moving. I take it very personally and break down in tears like the emotional wreck I am. And then when she realizes the error of her ways and comes to comfort me, I grab her purse and run. You know, as compensation for the emotional trauma she caused me. I would be sad to be treated like that, but her safety is more important than my feelings. I have a bit of a different view on this. I am a trans man and I pass as a cisgendered male for lack of a better word all the time. Before I started my transition I would kind of take note of men in the area and do the same thing if I had an eerie feeling. Lock doors, avoid elevators etc. Other women used to always feel comfortable with me and safe. I would see a stranger in a hallway or on the street, in a store, and she would talk to me, laugh with me, joke around, you name it. The moment that my hormones started to change, women started being so different towards me. I don't mean those who knew me, they were still the same. I am just saying women who saw me as a stranger, now with a more masculine facial structure, were suddenly weary and afraid of me. Nothing about my personality changed at all as a person, but I now looked more like I wasn't safe or trustworthy, I guess. It used to really upset me. I wanted to shout at them. It's okay, you're okay, I don't even have a dick yet. However, I decided that would probably make matters worse. Imagine this is your life every day everywhere, but everyone tries to convince you you're just imagining things or being sensitive. This is my experience as a black man in America. I don't care. They can do what they want. I'm just minding my own business. I'm not gonna go to any lengths to make said person comfortable either. I haven't done anything. I mean, I'm obviously going to do something if it's like super specific situation, like if I'm walking 5 meters behind her at night. I'll switch side of street. But otherwise it's in no way my issue. Hell no, I totally get it, plus, I can unintentionally look mean sometimes. Hell no, sometimes I feel awkward because I might be scaring a woman. I work until 22h in the evening and to get to my car, I need to pass a bridge over the freeway, but at 22h in the evening, it can get scary. So every time I see a female getting on the bridge I just wait a little until she has a nice 15-20 meters in front of me. That way I hope I don't freak her out or anything. The world can be a scary place for women.